Gary Vaynerchuk, also known as Gary Vee, is the only one guru that I proudly, intentionally, and shamelessly follow. He is a so authentic and very passionate entrepreneur who inspires me every single day. So I wanted to share it with you because I know everybody needs some kind of motivation. So in this video, I am sharing with you 5 wisdom nuggets from Gary Vee to inspire you on your journey to the next level. You ready? Let's dive in. Hello beautiful soul, welcome back to my channel, and if this is your first time, hello and welcome to my little corner of the internet space. I am Christian Xavier, your multi-passionate brand and business strategist, here to help you turn your passions into a freedom-based business and holistic brand around your life mission. As a multi-passionate, I am kind of a rebel person as well, so I'm not really the type of person who follows gurus and stick to what they say. I guess you can relate to this too. But Gary Vee is my man. Like, I like this guy. I like him. He is the only one that I follow. Every time he says something, I feel like he's reading in my brain, in my mind, in my soul, because I am so aligned with his perceptions on different things. I just like this man. So if you're wondering who Gary Vee is, you don't know who the is this man, let me tell you more. So Gary Vaynerchuk is a Belarusian American entrepreneur, an author, speaker, and web personality. First known as a wine critic who expanded his family's wine business, Gary Vee is now more known for his work in digital marketing and social media as the chairman of Vaynerx, which is a New York-based communications company, and the CEO of Vayner Media. So for this video, I have selected 5 of his wisdom nuggets and I wanted to share them with you. So without further delay, let's start with wisdom nugget number 1. I would rather smile in my Toyota than cry in my Ferrari.
To me, if you're making $84,000 a year, but you're doing everything you want to be doing, you're much more dominantly successful than somebody making $8 million a year who's anxious every day. But we don't have that nuanced combo yet. But I do think it's coming. I'm done with people saying shit like, I'd rather cry in my Ferrari. It's the stupidest fucking statement of all time. It's so fucking stupid. People say shit like that when they don't realize what crying is. Depression is horrible. Unhappiness is horrible. Nobody wants to fucking cry in their Ferrari. I'd rather be happy as fuck taking the bus.
My takeaway on this is that true happiness isn't defined by the quantity of materials that we possess, but by the fulfillment of our soul. We can have all the money in this world but still be unhappy. Of course, money helps us because it makes things easier on a daily basis, but if you have the money without the fulfillment, you will still be unhappy. Happiness mainly comes from the fulfillment of our souls, and this fulfillment is attached to what makes us happy, which is our passions, our dreams. That's why we should never be afraid to go after our dreams and never give up, because that's where our fulfillment is waiting us. I am curious to hear you on this. What do you think about this? What is your takeaway from it? And meanwhile, let's move to wisdom nugget number 2. Stop judging yourself for making mistakes.
So you mentioned you have like a million things going on. Like, how does your brain not fall apart dealing with a million different things?
The reason my brain doesn't break is I don't judge myself on making mistakes. This is a very interesting insight. The reason most people aren't able to do a lot of things is because they don't realize their capacity is directly correlated with their judgment on themselves. I know every day I wake up, 1 or 2 things I do were wrong. Everyone's so structured and taught in a school structured, right? Get A's every 90 days. Like, I'm so comfortable in the gray and in the chaos. It's kind of like if I'm juggling 30 balls and I'm okay with dropping 16 of them.
This one is a loud one, isn't it? We are all concerned by this one, all concerned. My personal takeaway from this is that our biggest limitation isn't others as we often think. It is ourselves. It is our judgment on ourselves. We often desire things to be perfectly as we have planned them to be, as we have desired them. And when it doesn't happen this way, we tend to judge ourselves. We tend to blame ourselves for not making it. So this is something that I think we all identify, because we have to sometimes remember that it is okay if it's not perfect perfect. It is okay to make mistakes. That's also how we learn. It is okay to slow down. We are humans, right? It cannot be perfect because, we are here to make mistakes and learn from our mistakes. So, and like I said, we are all concerned by this. We all have to remember this. It is a constant reminder we have to repeat in our minds every time. So let me know what you think about this one too. Wisdom nugget number 3. You are in a better spot than you think.
There's not one person on earth that's listening to this podcast right now that doesn't have it much better than most people on earth. There are 850 million people on earth that don't have access to clean water.
That's insane.
It's
unbelievable.
Yes, maybe you don't have a Lambo. Maybe you can't get tickets to Coachella. But we just spend too much energy on what everyone else has instead of being grateful for what we have.
Sure.
And I'm going to say it again. If you're listening to this right now, it means you have a smartphone. You're pretty good.
Yeah.
We need that.
Ooh. This one is also a good one. I couldn't agree more with this one. We are often focusing on what is missing in our lives rather than just be grateful for what we already have. So this is it's not something that comes to our mind very naturally, right? Because we tend to see what is missing more than what we have. I think that is something that is more related to the way our human brains work. We tend to kind of see more or feel more the missing than be grateful for what we have. So we see more what we miss than what we have. That's why we need to remember that we have to be grateful. It is something that we can start practicing mechanically, right? Until it starts becoming natural. But it's not something that our natural brains would get like this, right? We have to work on that to focus more on what we have, be grateful, rather than focus on what we are missing. That's what is missing in our lives. Because no matter how behind you feel in your life, no matter what you think you are missing in your life, there is always someone who doesn't have even half of what you have. And of course, there is always people who have more, but there is always someone there who has less than what you have. So we need to remember to be grateful for what we have and focus less on what we are missing. Wisdom nugget number 4. Start making content for your soul.
Stop making content for likes and views and start making content for your fucking soul. Do you know how many people continue to put out content of their body because that's where they get the likes and they have no interest in doing that anymore, but they keep doing it because they're fucking stuck in the jail of the fucking algorithm. Get the fuck out of the algorithm. Get the fuck out of the algorithm. Do you know what happened if I listened to that? Do you understand how big of a wine presence I had in 2010? I became the guy. Do you understand what happened when I first started making business and mindset strategy content? Every comment was, stay in your lane, wine guy. What do you know about business? I'm like, I know a lot, actually. Stop making content for likes and views and math.
I love this one because we are living in a world where vanity metrics have taken over the deepness of the content that we share. People tend to focus more on the numbers rather than the value, the deep value inside the content, when in fact the content that we create should feed our soul and other people's souls. And I think this is a great thing to reflect on and make sure that when we share something, when we are creating something, what is the purpose of that thing? Do we go more for vanity metrics, or are we really trying to share something that fulfills our souls and will serve other people? I think that is a great one. I really, really like it. What do you think? Tell me. I'm curious to read your point of view. What do you think about this one? Do you value more vanity metrics, or are you more someone who is going into the values of the things? I'm curious to hear from you. Up to wisdom nugget number 5. If you're not happy, it is your fault.
We are living in an era right now where everybody will tell you whose fault it is for them not to be happy. The actual answer is, it's your fucking fault. I'll tell you why. You can put the work into therapy. You can put the work into exercise. You can put the work into meditation. You can put the work into candor like I had to. You can put in the work. Accountability is amazing. It leads to happiness. When it's your fault, it's so much more fun. It's very easy to blame your managers, your number 2, your number 3, your number 4, your employees. It's very easy to do that. It's just not true. You're in control. And so I take on that responsibility, and I love being accountable. And I know that if we can teach the world the good about accountability, that they will start working on fixing it instead of deciding who they're gonna blame. Society, the weather, their aunt, your boss. We must get out of that place.
My best takeaway on this one is that we are the masters of our destinies. No one else. We have the power to work on our happiness. We have the power to work on ourselves. We have the power to become someone better. We have the power to create a life of our dreams. Even if you know it is challenging, yes it is, but we have this power. We have the power to overcome those challenges and make this dream work for us. So yes, I couldn't agree more. We tend to search for happiness outside, on other people, hoping for other people to make us happy, when we are in charge of this task. It's not their task. It is our task to make us happy. It is our duty to make ourselves happy. It is a great thing to really reflect on and keep in mind, because it's hard. But keeping in mind that we have this power, and if we are not happy, if we are not fulfilled in our lives, it is not someone else's fault. It is our fault, our own fault. We are responsible. We are the masters of our destinies. So I like this one too. We have the power to make everything we deeply desire comes true. We all have this power. Now, let's put on the work. That is the most challenging part, putting the work to get there. But we are a work in progress. One step at a time, we will get there. So if you made it to this point of the video, I want you to comment down below, I am the master of my destiny. I will make myself happy. Let's see if you got there. So far in this video, I have shared with you 5 wisdom nuggets from Gary Vee, my favorite guy on the online space and the only one guru I proudly follow and like. So remember to do what fulfills you. Don't be afraid to go after your dreams, because that's where your real, true happiness is waiting for you. Remember that your biggest limitation is yourself, not others. You should stop judging yourself for making mistakes and start learning from your mistakes. You are a work in progress, so am I. No matter what you think is missing in your life, remember you are always in a better spot than you think, because someone out there don't even have half of what you have. So try to remember to focus less on what is missing in your life and start to be grateful for what you already have. Forget about vanity metrics. Start creating content for your soul. And the last thing to remember is that you are responsible for your happiness. You are the master of your destiny. It is not someone else's responsibility to make you happy, but yours. So if you're not happy, it is your fault. You are the one that is in charge for your happiness. Stop expecting other people to make you happy and start working on making yourself happy. I hope this opened your mind and motivated you to work on yourself and becoming a better person for yourself and for others. I really like Gary Vee because he's someone who is not always in the conventional part of the things. Of course, multi-passionate guy. That's why I like him, because he's not always following others. It's always like a part, and I like that. If you're not following him yet, get on social. He's everywhere on social media. The guy is a real octopus, everywhere at the same time. I like him. So yeah, check his profile. I'm sure you will like him. Thanks for watching this video. Let me know in the comment what was your best wisdom nuggets from him. I want to know which one of these 5 wisdom nuggets resonates the most with you. Tell me. If you like this video, thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe so you never miss a video. And this was me, Christiane, your multi-passionate brand and business strategist, logging off now.